All right, welcome back to another movie review. Welcome back to my movie review series, episode 17. How about that? How about that? Episode 17. I wonder when we'll do with 20. We'll find out in a few weeks. Well, anyway, yep. Last week I said that I was going to do another movie review, but I didn't say what movie I was going to do. Well, at that point, I didn't know what I was going to do. But after I put stop on this thing, after the recording was finished, I made the on-the-spot decision right then and there. So yeah, tonight's movie review will be on yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, and this is legit too. Okay, videotape right here. Okay, 1990 right here, Jack. This is legit. Oh yeah. So yeah, before I get started on this review, let's read some reviews. Okay, charmed the shell out of me. The most original idea in years. Wow. The most original idea in years. Can't say that for a movie these days, huh? The most popular heroes this side of the Batcave. Batman came out a year before this, so Jim Henson's done a spectacular job in bringing the Turtles to life. That he did. Rest in peace to the late great Jim Henson. Let's get started. So, yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Boy, where do I start with this? I mean, this is big. This is very big. Okay? I mean, this is the Ninja Turtles, man. Everybody's childhood. Everybody's childhood, okay? You grew up in the 80s, Jack. Then you saw that cartoon in the late 80s. You grew up in the 90s, man. Early 90s. You watched that cartoon. But let me hit you with a little bit of dose of reality. If you grew up in the 80s and you was reading comic books, guess what? You knew about the Ninja Turtles long before they were a cartoon. You knew about them long before they were an action figure line. You knew about them long before they were this, a live action movie. If you grew up in the 80s, if you was born in the 70s and if you born in the 70s, like in the 70s, and you picked up that 1984 comic book, that black and white comic book, if you grew up at all in the 80s, in the 90s, and you only had the cartoon to keep you company, then Jack, let me tell you, you really don't know the Turtles, do you? I got something for your ass. Yeah, 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 yeah. Huh? Yeah. I got a lot of shit over here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I should have done this earlier. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go, baby. Uh-huh. Here we go. Yeah. Pulled out the big book. Yeah. The ultimate visual history of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, yeah. Now, this right here, this gives you the entire history of the Turtles. The original story. Yeah. Yeah. All of it, baby. All in here. Yeah. Pick this shit up. And you'll find everything. As a matter of fact, you pick this up and you will get the original script for the new movie. Well, the not the new movie anymore, but well, you'll get uh postscript of the new movie. But yeah, anyway, inside this book is a copy, a hidden gem. Inside this book is a copy. Inside this book is the original copy of the 1982 comic, 1984 comic. Yeah, this is the Turtles right here. This is the Ninja Turtles right here. This is what they tried to give you in this movie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 1984 Mirage Studios. I tell you, man, you haven't really lived and watched the Turtles until you actually checked out the original comic. I'm telling you. But yeah, that's what they tried to do in this movie. Of course, they couldn't do everything, but they gave you a nice little sample of what you really could have gotten. So yeah, enough with the me gloating about me having a huge history of turtles, and let me just get on with the movie here. Yeah, 1990, this movie came out. As a matter of fact, um, this movie, the anniversary of this movie just came out on last week. I think last week, the anniversary of this movie's release. So yeah, man, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. As a matter of fact, that's the only reason why I'm doing this, because I did not know about the anniversary last week. I didn't know about it until on that day when I saw everybody posting about that movie there. Man, yeah, why everybody posting about the Turtles? Man, what's up with this? Is this an anniversary or something? Yes, it is. Somebody told me that it is an anniversary of that movie's release. So, okay, cool. You know, nice little bell ring on the on me doing the review on this movie. Yeah, so back when this movie came out, this was the pride and joy of a lot of kids in a lot of kids' eyes. This was the pride and joy. You know, now that everybody's grown up, you can actually look at this and say, yeah, you are my pride and joy. Sucker singing. But yeah, this is the pride and joy, though. It really is. I mean, I watched this movie before I did this review, and yeah, I gotta tell you, man, great nostalgic feelings that came out. Great nostalgic feelings, man. Yeah, I got the feels. That's what the kids call it these days. The feels. I got that shit. Yeah, great nostalgic feelings, especially in the scene where the turtles was sitting around the campfire and they did the group meditation and they they saw Splinter for the first time since he'd been kidnapped. They saw him. You know, Splinter sitting there talking to him. Yeah, which may be for the last time because he was kidnapped. You might not see him again. Four boys missing their father, never not knowing that they may or may not see him again. I mean, hey, that's a scary thing, especially if you're close to your father. That's a scary thing, man. So yeah, and that's what I got out of that. That's what everybody should have got out of it. I mean, like, duh. So yeah, man. Yeah, great nostalgic feels, especially at the end of the movie when, yeah, in case you ever noticed, I might be giving out some spoilers. So if you have not seen this movie, why the fuck did you click play on this video? So yeah, man. Yeah, at the end of the movie, when they finally reunited with their dad, you know, again, great nostalgic feels. Yeah, I gotta tell you though, man. Yeah, this movie, yeah, it's it is what it is, man. It's the pride and joy of our childhood, all of our childhoods. If you grew up in the 80s, 90s, man, you know about the Ninja Turtles. Yeah. This here, the comic, yeah, that's another side of it. Okay, that's another side of it. But this right here, you saw that cartoon, man. You play with the toys, man. If you still got the toys, I tell you, this movie, man, this is it's here. It's here, okay? Right here. I mean, okay, yeah, enough of all that. Enough of all this shit. Let's go into the pros and cons of this movie, huh? Okay, let's go to the pros and cons of this movie. Now, this is my review, so the pros and cons might be a little bit controversial, so let's go into it. Okay, pros of this movie. Well, the number one pro of this movie is the fact that we got a Ninja Turtles movie. Like I said, if you grew up reading the comics, if you grew up watching the TV show and playing with those action figures, man, then You was waiting for a long time, for the longest time, for a Ninja Turtles movie. And if you grew up and you saw this movie, then guess what? It was well worth the wait for you. It really was. Now, the parents that saw this movie, they'll think otherwise because as great this movie is, it did have a pretty good level of violence. Don't forget, man. Don't forget, this was, I won't say the 1980s. Since it came out in 1990, hell, it came out in early 1990 where a lot of 80s movies were still influenced, you know. So yeah, man, I tell you, the 80s violence in this movie, a family picture. It was a bit jaw dropping. Yeah. Okay. It was a bit jaw dropping. If you were a parent at that time, I mean, you know, if you were a parent, if you were a parent at that time, it would be jaw dropping. Because, you know, you never seen anything like this in a family movie. I mean, what the hell is this? That's why the white bitch complained about it and they toned down the violence in part two. But I'll get to part two later, much later. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to do a review on part two, especially not this week. I'm not going to do a review on part two because I got something very special with that coming very soon. Considering that this is episode 17. I got something on part two coming very soon. Not just with that, but other superhero sequels. But more on that much later. So yeah, man. This movie, I tell you, it's a great nostalgic feel. You know, I mean, you got all four of your favorite buddies that you hung out with every single Saturday. That they influenced you into eating a huge Italian pie covered with cheese and seasoned tomato sauce and slices of circular meat called pepperoni and a lot of other stuff that you would put on there. I mean, this movie right here not only influenced you to eat that giant Italian pie, but it may have made you go to the phone and say, I'd like to order a large thick crust with double cheese and pepperoni, sausage, green peppers. Yeah. Oh, but no anchovies. And I mean, no anchovies. You put anchovies on this thing, you're in big trouble, okay? Oh, that'll do. And the clock's ticking, dude. You know, if you actually done that growing up because of this movie, then you know, what more do we have to say on it? I'll tell you something though. I did. At one time, maybe once or twice, I did at a time have anchovies on my pizza. I did, man. And guess what? I liked it. It was good. Yeah, anchovies on your pizza. Go ahead, try it, man. Go ahead. Put that little fish on your shit, on your pizza. It'll be in your shit too, but put it on your pizza, man. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Anchovies on pizza. I recommend it. I do, man, for real. Go on ahead. Go ahead, try that shit. For real. Yeah. I mean, you got your other toppings, your black olives, green peppers, your sausage, the pepperoni, the extra cheese, Go ahead, put all that shit on there. What they call it in what they order in the cartoon, pizza with the works. Is that what they have? Pizza with the works? Yeah, go ahead, put the works on there, including those anchovies. Guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Pizza with anchovies. Now, I'm trying to think of something. That's why I keep going with the pizza with anchovies. Trying to think of something else to say. Now, what are the pros that you got here? Well, yeah, you got Casey Jones. Yeah, the crazy guy himself, Casey Jones. I mean, not only you got your four buddies, but then you got their buddy too. You know, the dude that you may not want to hang out with, but then maybe some of you out there would like to hang out with him. But then, so yeah, that Jose Canseco bat that he'll throw at you, that's what he'll swing at you. Tell me, you pay money for this, you know. Casey Jones, man. You mess with him, he'll put you to school, enroll you into a certain class called Pain 101. And he'll be your instructor. Tough Rocks, pal. I tell you, man, yeah. Yeah, enough pros now. More pros. I mean, yeah, you got the four buddies. You got your four buddies, our four buddies, everybody's four buddies, and then you have the girl of the movie, April O'Neil. I'll tell you something. If you look up April O'Neil, you better put in April O'Neil TMNT because you're gonna get a whole other different April O'Neil. But I'm sure most of you already know that. So yeah. And here's another thing: if you do type in April O'Neil TMNT and you go into the search, the image search engine, if you go there, then you're gonna find quite a bit of bondage, bondage photos. I mean, which is pretty much understandable because in every single episode on the TV show, the cartoon, every single episode, she was tied up. So yeah, I guess you could say that she liked it. And, she grown to like it. BDSM. So yeah, okay, yeah. Everybody got their kinks. Yeah, and April, yeah, and here we go with another pro. You fought well in the old style, but you caused me enough trouble. Now you face the Shredder. That's not a pro. That's the biggest, best pro of all. I mean, you got the Shredder. And he didn't have a brother's voice at least for once. I think in every single Ninja Turtle incarnation, as far as animation is concerned, you always got a black dude to do Shredder. I mean, in the old cartoon, the 80s cartoon, you got a black dude to voice Shredder. And in the today's cartoon, you got another black dude to voice Shredder. I mean, a lot of brothers playing Shredder. I mean, he's a Japanese character, but you got a lot of brothers who lend their voices to him. Not in this movie though, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, I tell you though. Oh yeah, and one more pro I'm gonna throw out in this movie. Y'all know the scene where you see the pool table, the ball clacking against the other ball, and you see that boy with that smoking that huge cigar, that huge stogie, you know. Back then and right now, to this day, a few hours ago, I still get a kick out of that. I still laugh at that. I mean, that is a fat ass cigar. Okay, that's a stogie. Okay, that is a fucking stogie. There ain't no cigar. That's a fucking stogie. Okay, yeah, shit. Man, he was puffing the shit out that motherfucker, boy. Yeah, yeah, I mean, damn. Woo, yeah. Oh boy, lung cancer at 14, and he's about 12. Damn. But yeah, man, I tell you, this movie, it's it's one of the best movies that you will ever watch. Not just for your childhood, but to this day, and not only that, but with part two, part two is much more fun. Much more fun. I mean, forget about Vanilla Ice. I mean, part two, it's just much more fun. So yeah, I tell you, this movie, Ninja Turtles, 1990, the live action Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. This sucker right here, you know, go for it. Go for it. Check this shit out, man. Go for it. Go. Right now. Right now, If you got the movie, if you got the box set, go for it. Go for it. I don't care. Just go for it, You don't have to watch this video. Just go watch this movie. I don't gotta talk about it. I really don't have to. Okay. Pros and cons, fuck that shit. Okay. I don't have a con. I really don't. Because this movie is just awesome. Okay. It's just awesome. I mean, a lot of influences from the comics in this movie. The second one, it'll give you influences from the show, but a lot of influence from the comic in this movie. So yeah, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something else. Watch this movie. Read the '84 comic. Go on Amazon and get a copy of it. Look for it. It's a great, well read. You know, I really can't say much, but yeah, just go for it. Go for it. Ninja Turtles, the movie. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. Just go for it, man. Go Green Machine, baby. That's all I can say. Turtle Power. I have always liked Cowabunga. You know. And here's something I've been noticing a lot lately in my movie reviews. I have completely given up on rating each and every movie I'm trying to put out. Each review I'm trying to put out. I pretty good forgiving. I can't even talk right now. I've completely given up on that because I keep forgetting about it. That's why. But yeah, I'm gonna rate this movie easy 5 out of 5. Easy. So yeah, man. Subscribe over here. Check out my other shit right here. And I'll see you back here next week. Next week for another movie review. Next week for either Batman Begins or Captain America, the first Avenger. I'll see you back here next week. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm not even going to do an on the spot decision. What am I going to do next week? What am I going to do next week? Which movie? Well, let's find out. Wait, so we flip for it. So yeah, heads for Batman Begins, tails for Captain America, the first Avenger. Let's see what we got. Leaving this bitch up chance. That was a poor toss. Let's try one more time. What we got here, baby? Looks like I'll be talking about Steve Rogers next week, so be back here for that. Next week, baby. Captain America, the first Avenger. Yeah, I'm going to MCU on this one. So yeah, y'all take care and go Green Machine.